Hey, how's it going everyone? Today we're going to talk about Palworld because there is a game-breaking glitch right now that's completely ruining your capture rate. As well as we're going to be going over the comparison so I can show you the exact proof. We are also going to be talking about how some Pokemon talent agencies out here have been actually talking to some celebrities and telling them not to play Palworld or to not even mention it. Not only that, but we're going to be talking about a lot more in today's video. If you have yet to subscribe and this is your 5th, 6th, or maybe you're just coming back again and you have yet to subscribe now. It's completely free. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's start off by talking about update patch 0.1.4.0 because if you did not know, they actually patched a huge bug with memory wipe in which it would completely reset your effigy. Now there is some good news because they did fix the issue, right? But there is some bad news because there is some more problems with the statue. Let's first take a look at some of the responses to this bug and then we'll get into the comparisons and I can show you exactly what's going on. We are first going to take a look at this post right here by a user named VinnyN28. This is what the user had to say. Major bug, Life Monk effigies reducing the capture rate. Please mass report. This right here, this post had received almost 10,000 upvotes, which means a lot of people had agreed to it. Yet there are some more fellas that had responded to this bug. For example, this user right here named Palgal7 had this to say. Effigy bug, is there any way to reset the effigy right now? I thought they were making everything harder to catch based on my character level. So I proceeded to hunt them down for multiple nights until I was able to level it up so many times. It's now hard to catch the beginning weaker pals. Is the only way to fix this to make a new world. And yeah, that was a bit rough to read the way that this user had wrote that sentence out, but really in the end, you cannot reset the effigies unfortunately. Now before we get into the comparisons and I can show you the exact proof, I do want to show you another post which says this right here. Did the effigy glitch make you less likely to catch pals with more effigies get patched? I noticed in the patch notes that said the glitch where capture power was reset when using memory reset, but it didn't mention the effigies themselves now functioning properly. Does using effigies actually bring benefit now? And obviously the answer to that is that the effigies are still currently messed up, and it's good that they did fix the memory wipe issue. Yet if the bug still exists, then yeah, I wouldn't mind actually using the memory wipe because then I could reset my whole entire effigy and not have to worry about the capture rate. Anyways, you pretty much get the gist now that a lot of players have been experiencing this bug. I just wanted to show some of the proof there and then show you some of the proof in game. So with that being said, with the responses out of the way, we can now take a look at exactly what's going on with the capture rate and see if there really is any issues, which spoiler alert, there is. There's a lot of problems, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. What I'm about to do right now is show you what it looks like when you have 0 effigies in and then you try to capture. What you're soon going to find out is that it's easier to just keep your effigies at 0 or at least 1, somewhere around there, or just don't even level up at all because you're better off capturing your pals at a 0 effigy level. It sounds crazy, but it really is the best option. Sure, I did mention that you could have it at level 1, but I would not even go past that to be fair. So as you can tell, there's really not a huge problem when it comes down to capturing these pals, but what happens if we try to level up our effigy halfway? I think we'll see exactly what goes on now. But I'm going to go over here towards the statue, and then we're going to go ahead and see what I'm at. I'm at level 6. Now I'm going to try to capture some more pals and see what happens. If you're wondering as to why I'm targeting low-level pals, is because it's really easy to catch these dudes in the beginning and it's not supposed to be too difficult. But as you do level your statue up more and more, you're going to soon find out that it's going to be a struggle. I'm going to use a basic pal sphere here and not use anything too advanced like a legendary. And as you can tell right there, just a slight difficulty, right? It bounced off his head and then it went the other direction. But when I threw down another sphere, I was able to capture it. So really there's no issues as of right now, but I do want to try to give this a few more tries and see exactly what goes on and see if there really is any issues. We do know right now that I am at level 6 when it comes down to the statue, and so that's halfway on the effigies, right? Well, what happens when we level that sucker up all the way? Does it make a huge difference? And it absolutely does. For some reason, when you have the effigy leveled up halfway, it does cause some problems, but nothing too crazy. Yet what I decided to do before maxing out the statue is that I decided to level it up one more time and see if this really does affect anything. Surprisingly, leveling it up one more time actually did something really bad to my capture rate. And this right here is a pal that should be captured easily. And for whatever reason, I'm still struggling the second time here, and it's just an odd glitch going on right now to where when you do level up your effigies, for whatever reason, it's not helping out your capture rate at all. So what I decided to do next, for all of you out here so that you do not have to do it, I maxed out my statue all the way. And it actually did some more damage, because when I try to throw a pal sphere at these pals, it's honestly so difficult. And as you continue on, it's going to be a huge problem, because when you're trying to capture some legendaries or some rare pals, you're going to have a huge problem with it, because the capture rate is going to be lowered quite a lot. And for these simple pals, you would think that it would be quite easy to capture them, but nope, not at all. And as you can tell right there, when I try to capture a different pal, this is with a legendary sphere, and I'm still struggling. So yeah, just try to avoid this issue at all costs. Do not level up your statues at all, because you're going to honestly regret it. This is until they do fix the problem, which we honestly do not know anything as of right now. They have yet to mention anything on the Discord or even on X. Now, just to reiterate here, if you are trying to level up your statue, it's going to lower down your capture rate, and your best case scenario here is to just save your effigies. With that being said, I'm interested in what you all think about this exact issue right here. Have you been going through it as well? Did you max out your statue? Let me know exactly what's been going on down below. We are now going to continue on and talk about how some Japanese talent agencies have been telling their celebrities or influencers to not touch Palworld. If we take a look on the screen here, we can see a post that was created by Tokyo Sports. Quote, Japanese entertainment professionals tell us not to get involved in Pokemon games that closely resemble the original Pokemon. End quote. As you can tell right now, the agencies are definitely getting on some of these other fellas' butts if they do mention anything about Palworld. But if we continue on within this article, we can see this right here. Quote, we have told our talent to not mention Palworld on social media or in public. This was done out of consideration for the Pokemon side of the agency. This decision was made in consideration of future collaborations, etc. And by the way, this is not the only ones that have reported this. Over there on VGC, they've actually mentioned the same exact thing right here. Quote, Japanese celebrities have reportedly been told not to mention Palworld to avoid Pokemon backlash. End quote. Then last but not least, you even have Senkaku Complex reporting on it as well. So there's just a lot of people right now that have been reporting on this issue. And honestly, it's kind of crappy the way that they're approaching this. I mean, if you want your game to grow, don't you need to reach out to celebrities sometimes, or some sort of content creator? You know, some way to build your brand. But the fact that Pokemon is stopping Palworld from doing that, or at least trying to, it's pretty scummy. The fact is, Palworld has gained some crazy attraction over the last few days or weeks or whatever, and the fact is, a lot of players love this game because it resembles close to Pokemon or Digimon or whatever you want to include, right? This right here is something a lot of players have been wanting for ages, including myself. I've been playing Pokemon, I think, since I was like 5 when I had received the yellow version. Then eventually they came out with the red version, you know, with Charizard on the beginning there. I think that was for Game Boy Advance. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Anyways, you get the gist. A lot of us that have been playing this game for such a long time, we wanted something like this where it's like an open world, but more so we got guns instead and we got pals, and it's just been a crazy experience. Anyways, I really think that Palworld is in the driver's seat. Pokemon is really scared as of right now. And the fact is, you know, when you have a game like Palworld on Steam, Xbox, and potentially PlayStation, you're going to gain a lot of attraction because, you know, Nintendo games, they're not on PlayStation and they're not on Xbox. Sure, there is some Nintendo games, but what I'm talking about specifically is Pokemon. I think if you were to bring Pokemon to Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation and did not just, you know, limit yourself, I think Nintendo could gain a lot of attraction and a lot of money out of this if they were to implement some of those Pokemon games into Steam, Xbox, or whatever console you have. This right now is limiting Pokemon quite a lot, but I don't think they need to really do what they're doing right now, or at least the talent agency is doing what they're doing. I think that's just pretty scummy. So as you can tell, there's just been a lot of issues as of late with Palworld coming from a lot of people, you know, critiquing the game or saying, you know, they copy, really not going to like you, or maybe a large comment down below. I appreciate all of you coming by, stopping by the channel. If you need any help with the glitches, join the Discord, ask over on the Twitter, follow, do all that good stuff. With all that being said, thank you once more, and I'll see you all in the next video.